Hello?
Hey, Doublelift, I just got to Berlin. You want to grab food after scrims?
No, not really.
Oh my god, Peter. IG is here. Send help. Oh my gosh, they got our Alienware computer. Get over here. Oh my god. Thank God. I think they're good. Okay. So what time are we gonna grab food?
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But if you don't let Ovilee go now, I will look for you, I will find you, I will kill you. Thank you. Bye bye.
We're back! The Liquid Update Season 2, powered by Alienware. It's your girl, Ovilee May, and guess what, EU? We inside you. This is NA's region now. Guys, I am so excited to be back here for Worlds, and for all of you guys who are wondering, like, what's going on? What's happening? What is this majestic laptop that's sitting in front of this girl? Well, guess what? You like it? Pay attention to all the Team Liquid social medias, because then maybe you can win one through our giveaway. But for everyone who's wondering what they have tuned into and what all of this is the Liquid Update, the show where we hype up everything surrounding Team Liquid and their journey through Worlds. And for everyone it's their first time, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of a catch up. And now, people of North America, lend me your energy. Those were the best of times. But you know, I think the best way to end a montage is by bringing Doublelift. Hello, you're on our first episode. How'd you like our montage that you clearly just saw?
Wow, dude, it was, I don't know, but I'm sure it was incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it was actually, wait, if One Up made it, I don't know. Just kidding.
Jeez, you're already flaming your entire production team. You don't like our content because you didn't like our first World song. And then I asked you on the car ride over, have you watched any of our episodes?
So butthurt.
And you're like, no, I don't like any of the episodes. I haven't watched any of them. I'm too busy flunking out of groups.
Yeah, pretty much. It takes a lot of dedication to never make it out. No, honestly, I don't watch a lot of League of Legends related content. Maybe it just started when Travis soured my expectations of all League content. And then since then, I just never watched.
So tell me, how have you been? Because I mean, it's been a while since we last saw each other. How was boot camp and everything and getting ready?
Yeah, we had a boot camp in Utrecht, Netherlands. We basically didn't go outside, so we were just there. The ping was really good because I think the servers are located really close.
I'm sick.
Maybe some of the fans like caught some of my streams. But very, very normal boot camp with like the main difference being less scrims and more focus on solo queue. Because I think scrimming too much can like really, it can actually like be kind of bad for your team because things become very saturated and like for a couple of days we would just be on a bad streak and it would just like ruin the team's confidence. So if you like condense the scrims a little bit and you make it like 6 or 7 hours of scrims as opposed to like 12, then you give like the players more like sort of like breathing room to like build their own playstyle and strength and stuff like that. So yeah, U-Silica was really good, and the bootcamp I think went really well. And we arrived in Berlin 2 days ago, and groups are starting in a couple days. So I think the timing for everything was very smart.
Are you worried about groups, going into groups? Because it sounds like you are decently prepared from boot camp, but I know there's always the NA memes around getting out of groups, and
yeah, I think realistically speaking, it was like bad for us to get Damwon in our group because it would have been easier to beat Splice, but fuck Bang for drawing Damwon into our group. But in the end, like I don't really care if we're gonna make any impact at Worlds anyways. We have to be able to beat these teams, so it's kind of like a good thing.
Let's say you got Splice or something, and then you landed second in the group. Are people just going to be like, oh, well, Team Liquid got the easy freaking group draw, so of course they made it through?
Yeah, if it was too free, I think it would have been pretty lame, I'd say. So we have a really, really high ceiling, but we haven't been playing like our absolute best lately. So I think it's like really up in the air. What's gonna happen in our group? But I just know I'm really confident that if we can play how we've been preparing to play, then we can beat anybody.
So you said that you're not really doing your best right now?
Well, I think like in NA playoffs, we won LCS, but we weren't playing our best. Like we actually like went on stage and we lost a lot of games we should have won, and we were playing too carelessly. So since coming here, we've been working a lot on like leveling up as we need to, because I think our region is actually really weak. So when we go to Worlds, there's a lot of catching up to do. Yeah.
But you don't feel like the gap's getting closer, especially with you guys making it all the way to the finals of MSI?
I think the greatest circle jerk in the whole league community right now is that the West is caught up to the East, and like the European teams are like fucking insane and all this stuff. Like the reality is that the Eastern teams are insanely good. Like they are really, really good. The Korean and Chinese teams are really, really good, and it's not as simple as like, oh, you know, I'll just like play this matchup and win lane and like play this way. Like, no, these teams like actually, they really know how to play League of Legends super well. Like, it's really scary. It's really scary to play against them. And I think the community right now feels like, oh, you know, like it's like Europe's year or something because of MSI. I think it's still we're super heavy underdogs, NA and EU. But I guess NA especially.
And EU? Oh, well, yeah, NA especially.
Yeah, NA and EU.
Well, the huge difference between last year's Worlds and this year's Worlds is that you do have Jensen and Core right now filling out some of the spots that people had said were the weak spots for Team Liquid. So does that make you feel more confident going in, or do you think that they adjusted the playing level of the team at all?
I think playing with Core really helps because he is always looking for ways to win lane with me. And he's always looking for ways to make a big impact. I think he doesn't like shy away from like the big creative play. And so like a lot of the games that we win, it's like honestly off the back of him and his great playmaking. Similarly with Jensen, it's not like he makes this like huge, like amazing, spectacular play, but I think Jensen's just like quietly really good in lane, and like mechanically he almost never messes up, and he has like a huge champion pool. So our team has really upgraded a lot, and I don't know, like the biggest problem for us is not even our individual players, it's just like finding the right like level of teamwork, I guess. Internationally, I think individual players can't make too much of a difference because the gap between like you and another world-class player is like very small compared to like domestically, where like I could probably play with like 4 bots and still win LCS. Not really, but like, you know, that's kind of how I feel. Like that's how much better I feel than them.
So then where do you place yourself in the list of AD carries?
I think after scrimming against everybody, I could be the best AD carry in the tournament. Like I feel really, really good about the way I've been playing. But you know, some days I'm not playing so well. And so I think there are a lot of AD carries that are elite that could claim like they're the best in the tournament. So I think I'm like one of them, and I think like Perks is also in there. I think Uzi's also in there. It's strange because there is like a really big difference when I play against like a weaker AD carry than what I expect out of like a world-class player. I'm like, oh wow, this is super easy. And then like when I play against like some of the players, it's very back and forth, and honestly like anyone can win bot lane. I don't know, like I just feel I feel there's a huge difference in their laning. There's a huge difference in like the way they play, how confident they are, like the way they move, like how they move around the map after laning phase is over, stuff like that. Like there's just there's a lot that goes into it. But the long story short is I think I'm really good, but there are a lot of other AD carries here that are also really good, and so I can't just be like, oh shit, like they're shit and I'm like amazing. We're all pretty good.
You can kind of see that there's a difference in terms of organization or shot calling or calling different plays. Is that something that you've experienced playing against Eastern teams from the scrims that you've already had so far? Like, do you ever feel like you guys have been put on the back foot by some of the things that they've been trying to pull?
Yeah, I think our team actually, we don't deal well with surprises because we are definitely not the fastest paced team out there. And so when people like throw things at us that we've never seen before, we often like kind of like fall for it. But the good thing about our team, I think, is that once we are able to anticipate what the enemy team's doing, we always have answers. So I think we're like very measured in how we play. So we don't like to just like wait and sit around for late game because it's not a good way to win the game. But we don't also like take like these crazy risks like G2 does or some of the Chinese teams. We're like learning a lot about just like what we want to incorporate into our playbook, still maintaining our style and our level, like our speed of the game. But like this bootcamp's been really good because a lot of the teams play a lot faster than NA teams do. Like pretty much every team at Worlds plays faster than NA competition. So we have been able to take little bits and pieces of that and improve ourselves from it.
That's good. It's always good to have like a healthy arsenal of things that you can bring into these freaking international tournaments where everything is on the line. Okay, well, I liked hearing a little bit about you and what you think about your teams. But let's go ahead and actually talk about each of the teams that you're going to be facing in Group D, starting with AHQ. And for those of you who don't know too much about AHQ, well, I can give you a little bit of info. They are the 2nd seed coming from the LMS, and the last time that they made it to Worlds was in 2017, where they got knocked out in the play-in stage. I mean, they have a completely different roster besides their top laner Ziv, and to be honest, that's all that really people know about them. A lot of people thought that the LMS was going to be weak, especially after Flash Wolves essentially disbanded. But what do you think about AHQ?
I don't know a single player on the team.
You don't know a single player on the team?
Don't know a single player.
Oh gosh. Okay, it worries me. You don't know a single player on the team?
I don't care who we play against.
Okay,
honestly.
but do you know their playstyle? Like, don't you have to do preparation for the people in your groups?
Not my job. I'm gonna wait until the coaches tell me. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what my job is? I fucking right click on champions, but mostly I right click on minions, and then I try not to die. Like, it's so easy to play the game. And like occasionally, you know, I talk to my mic and tell my teammates what I want them to do. Like, it doesn't matter to me who I'm playing against as long as I'm able to like do my job. So I mean that's really simplified. Mm-hmm. Some of the things we should definitely do some prep for. But we play them last. I think we play Damwon first, then we play IG, and then so we have a lot of time to do some research. And we don't need to think about it. It's just gonna clutter our brains. Like, we're focused on our next match only, as if like our next match was like the end of the world. So, and then, you know, after that match is over, we'll focus on IG. Like, it doesn't make sense to think too far in the future.
Okay, I can respect that. Then let's talk about Damwon, since they're coming in as the 3rd seed from the LCK. Pretty tough opponent, especially after qualifying through play-ins where they had a pretty dominant performance. And yeah, you know, they were going against a lot of different wildcard and weaker teams, but this was the one team that you did not want to get drawn into your group. People just think they're gonna beat you. And that makes me a little sad, because I'm like, nah, I don't think they're that good.
I think if you look at play-ins only, you'd see like, wow, this team is actually like not that strong, because they dropped a lot of games and they didn't play that well, and they were super sloppy, losing like that super insane lead they had against Loki Esports, like Triple Infernal. If you look at their play-in games only, but if you look at how they played in Korea, this team was really scary, and I actually think that their 3rd seed and it had to play play-ins is like really insulting, because I would say this team, the level that they played to make it to Worlds is way, way, way higher than like any other 3rd seed team has ever had to play. Yeah. Like, they are so good, and like Showmaker and Canyon are and Nuguri. Like, you have to be an idiot to not put all 3 of those players in the like top 20. You know, like they're probably like all like top 10 players at Worlds, and they're all on the same team, so it's like pretty scary. That's why people have them ranked really highly and it's like possible tournament winners. We can obviously win because our team has like very different strengths than them. We're basically gonna like try to shit on their bot lane, and everyone knows it. Like, I wonder what they're gonna do about it. And I think our solo laners can definitely stand up like toe to toe with their solo laners. It's not like they're just gonna get rolled over. Our matchup against them is really just gonna be, better bot wins. Okay. That's what I think.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about IG then. They're coming in as last year's 2017 world champions, but the good thing is that you already faced them at MSI in a best of 5, and you took them down 3-1. But then the other pretty crummy thing is that a lot of people were just saying that that entire series was a fluke.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a fluke. I hate when people like try to downplay stuff, because like honestly, at the end of the day, like every tournament you can literally just say like, oh, that team like fluked their way to win. Like, you know, oh wow, IG got like, it was an upset, and then like G2 like hard owned us. Is that a fluke? Like, we obviously didn't play our best. Yeah. So like I think like teams can just honestly like throw in a rock paper scissors type format. Like, they can like throw each other off. I think like the way that we play really throws IG off, because they're used to the super chaotic game and people playing at their pace. But like we oftentimes just like predict what the enemy team is doing. We just like try to slow them down, or we try to make it really annoying for them to get what they want. Macro wise, I think we're a lot better than IG. That team like played at MSI and still continues to play a really, really loose style, and they just try to individually outplay you or like out team fight you. Our team plays like very methodically. Like, we try to calculate a lot of things in advance. Yeah, we won against them at MSI. I wouldn't say that has anything to do with like right now. Like, not too much. They're a strong team. They beat JD and I think Top Sports to make it through the gauntlet and make it into Worlds. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're in their best form. So if there's any chance, if there was any time that we could beat them again, it might be right now. Yeah. Because just because they're the world champs doesn't mean too much to us. We have the confidence that we can beat them again.
Well, I think that just about wraps up everything that I wanted to talk to you and ask you about, unless you had anything that you wanted to say to inspire the fans of Team Liquid who are very excited to see you take on Damwon as your first game?
Can't wait to be back in LA after groups is over.
Oh God.
See you guys there.
Oh God. All right, Peter. Best of luck to you. For everyone else, thank you so much for watching. You can tune in to the freaking Worlds broadcast and hope that, you know, our boy Peter and everyone at Team Liquid pulls off the win. You can catch Team Liquid's first game on the Worlds broadcast starting at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. So wake up bright and early so you can see Team Liquid take that first win in groups. Thank you everyone for watching the very first episode of the Liquid Update, and like, subscribe, and comment because episode 2 is gonna come your way right after Team Liquid picks up their first win.
Wow.
Yay! So what time? Grab that!
Is that good?
That was actually like, oh my
Was it
god.
good? Okay, wait, someone's
wanna watch
pulling
it?
me out a little
One more?
bit. Wait,
Or do you think it's fine?
I think it's fine.
that's perfect, thank you.
Okay.
We can watch it.
Let's watch.